Okay. Hey, welcome to Steam Next Fest. We are going to be taking a look today at Vampire Crawlers, which is begs the question: what is next for Vampire Survivors? I'm so glad that you asked. I like to start off just kind of look at what the game says it's about. So, deal world-ending combos and blitz through infested dungeons. Vampire Crawlers, the turbo wild card from Vampire Survivors, is a casual turn-based deck builder with roguelite elements. Master the turbo turn with your own hand of cards. And then we can see down here about the game. Uh, Turbo Wildcard from Vampire Survivors turns the snowballing thrill of Vampire Survivors into a turbo based card driven blobber with roguelite elements. So I was laughing at blobber. I'm not quite sure how to interpret that yet. Build busted decks, explore familiar dungeons from a new perspective, and unleash world ending combos. Either take your time and be tactical, or play turns as fast as you humanly can. The outcome is always accurate. What is it about? Snowballing turn based carnage, picking your pace, deck building, and dungeon crawling. Cool. I like those things. Take a quick look at what they are doing here from a trailer perspective.
Next-gen graphics, an endless open world, compelling storytelling. No, we're milking this bunch of pixels like there's no tomorrow.
Okay.
Come again to feel the magic of the average Italian countryside in a game that will change your perspective.
Average Italian
Dark
countryside.
World, a
What
new
got me?
adventure begins. Explore maps, level up powers, kill monsters, find treasures.
Sweet.
Either take your time and be tactical, or play as fast as you humanly can. The outcome is always accurate. Use wilds to break the combo system and summon survivors to trigger cascades of effects.
Okay.
Get overpowered and plow through enemies, or carefully customize your abilities to control the unhinged chaos of Vampire Crawlers, the turbo wildcard from Vampire Survivors. Coming as soon as we think it's ready.
Cut! And we're done! Great work, everyone! We managed to go on for over a minute without ever saying neither card or deck building. Nobody will think to compare us to Balatro or Slay the Spire now. We're in the clear!
Okay. So that answers that. All right, cool. We'll take a look at it in 30 minutes, an hour or so, and I'll kind of give some thoughts on it after that. I just wanted to kind of have an idea of what they are, what the expectations do the developers set for this before we go in. So we will take a look at the game now and get rolling. Okay. Any kind of options menu, anything like that? I guess I can mess with that later. Instant movement. Yeah. I'm gonna try this out on controller here first. I might move the keyboard and mouse here a little bit. Oh yeah, music. Dungeon layout, UI layout 1. Okay. Basic stuff. I'll leave everything as default because that's the default experience for the demo. I don't really see any need to mess with anything right now. Let's see here. Alright. I guess we just go forward here. I'm seeing health. I'm seeing, maybe, is that mana? I'm not really sure. And a map layout here at the bottom. Deal 40 damage. Why, yeah, I'm dealing with 40 damage. Sweet. XP goes up. Hit him with my knife. So far, very reminiscent of their main game. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. It's cool. Smash into that. Do I get a goodie? What do I get? Combo stack. Play sending cards and sending mana cost in order for a combo multiplier. Alright. So 0 and then 1, right, would give me a multiplier. So the knife first and then the knockback. Sweet. Okay. Okay, the knockback. So then, okay, they actually had to like, they were actually knocked back a little bit to where they had to move forward again to get an engagement range. So that's cool. A chance for knockback. All right. I'm really liking the. This is very much an old school like 90s kind of dungeon crawler that I was very familiar with from my youth. So this is speaking to me on a level that I think I like actually better than the main Vampire Survivors game, oddly enough. Alright, so I know we're supposed to get a bonus, right? In the King Bible. And then we don't have enough here to do this yet. Right? I didn't get the multiplier. I was trying to go 0, 1, 2. I don't know if I messed something up there or not. Yeah, I'll take some spinach. Sure. Okay, you just bash through stuff. Okay, that's got us some mana. It's kind of interesting. I'll get through that in a minute. So I'm going to do spinach in 1 and then the axe. Right. Okay, yeah, that got me the 2. That had a chance to knock back on some of them. And then knife and divide. Okay. Cool. So far, not a big deal. It's interesting when you only have one direction to go that they're still like I can go and like you see the arrow down on the left, like I can turn and keep myself to the right. Like I'm not auto-facing the way that I'm going. That's interesting. I mean, it is kind of old school in that regard, but it is kind of interesting that they don't auto orient you. Not a complaint. It's just it's a choice. So spinach. Now you would think, okay, yeah, spinach was a 1, so that one of the 2 here. Perfect. Santa water. Card won't consume any mana when played. Okay, why? So is it always a free card, or is it just this time? I guess I'll figure it out. Okay. Knife and the spinach. We didn't have a 2 card to play, so... Okay. What's interesting is, like, the combo system is making me always look at the mana cost is one concern, almost to the point where I'm not even reading what the abilities do. But I'm assuming that there's going to be a tactical trade-off as we move forward where like keeping the combo streak going is going to be weighed against what I need to have happen in the moment. Like what's the most strategic card to use in terms of like a knockback or a stun or some sort of other ability that is situationally more appropriate in the moment. Antonio joins the crawlers. Okay, cool. So we do get some heroes, or that have their own abilities similar to the main game. I don't know what. Maybe they'll tell us more about that now. Town Hall tracks your unlocks. Okay, yeah. The average Italian countryside is very good. I will never not find that hilarious. Found pancakes in the tutorial, reach level 10, reach level 15. Okay, so these are overall just ongoing achievements, not for just this map. Alright, so next time it looks like I want to continue leveling up, get to 15. I want to get to level 10 in the Mad Forest, which hopefully I'll unlock that soon, and then start to progress towards, I guess, unlocking this Imelda next. Okay, it's a roadmap, and I really like games that give you incremental goals, and presenting this up front as the first thing you see in town is kind of cool, because it's like, all right, here's what you've already done, so there's already a kind of reinforcement of what you've already accomplished, and then here's an easy roadmap of how you can tell you're progressing. So that it's kind of like dangling the carrot right in front of you immediately and defining what the carrot is. I dig that. Options, the options menu is through the graveyard. Okay, fantastic. I like having an in-fiction options menu. World map and town hall. Okay, cool. So I guess we'll just go back out to the world map now. And it looks like, did I auto-select that guy? Is that what I'm seeing? Sorry, I'm just going to go back and look at this. So it looks like we unlocked the main character. So that everything we got through must have been a prologue, and now we have him unlocked. But I don't see what it does. Or anything, like if he has a special ability or anything like that. Like I see a little guy with a whip up in the right-hand top of the screen, but I don't see a means to like access him or say like what he is or what he does. So maybe it'll tell us when we get in here. So yeah, Mad Forest is what we want to keep going on, so we'll do that. The vampire said to be really evil, but we can find only mayhem and roast chicken. All right, fantastic. All right, so same layout. Okay, so no, I have a choice here. That's interesting. So it's not as linear. Well, I want to get to a level, so I want to level up in this area. It told me that's one of the goals. So why wouldn't I go towards the most encounters possible? Okay. These are free. So 2 armor. There's the whip ability. Okay. Perfect. Okay, cool. Is it always free? Why are all these 0? I'm not going to complain, but interesting. Deal 30 damage. Prioritize attackers. Deal 40 damage. And a knockback. I'm going to go with the magic wand because I've seen everything else so far, so... So I got something here, and I've got a little guy over here. Oh, okay. Deal 10 more damage when a red card is played. Okay, so that's his special ability, or am I bringing him out as part of my deck? Oh, so maybe I'm not playing as Antonio, but maybe Antonio is a card.
Stronger.
I would have thought that the heroes would have been a deck that you would be playing. Like each hero and then his ability to do the red card would have been what you centered that deck on. But okay, cool.
Attack.
Alright, so Magic Wand will prioritize 1. So 0. Yeah, why wouldn't I? If the spinach carried over to an next encounter, that would be really cool. Like the power up, right? But I didn't see that. Like if this was a buff that you carried with you for, you know, a certain amount of encounters or something. Maybe they'll do that later.
I say. Welcome.
Okay, so it auto-centered me as soon as I blundered into that pack sideways. Okay, that's cool. So Magic Wand seems to be like, yeah, it's 0, but like unless there's like a survivor that's got more hit points than the rest, I'm not seeing the need to use it. It's kind of just a nice to have at this point. Add 4 armor. Yeah,
My strength is your shield.
absolutely add more armor.
Yes.
Well, level up, I'm going to go with the whip. I mean, this seems to be the workhorse of this, what we're doing so far. Give a little whip.
Yes.
I've seen a 2 on the left-hand side over his little portrait, so I guess I'm level 2. And it's the boss. You know what? I'm going to fight this other encounter. I'm here to grind experience in this map, right? That's what it told me, is my progression is based off of that. So I am level 2. And yeah, okay, my bar at the top, there, my XP bar is level 2, progressing towards 3. So yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, well.
Right. Not much, but might as well fully clear the map, since it said that that is
To your aid.
the overarching goal, right?
Wicked. I say. Attack. Aha. Welcome.
Be cool if your armor persisted as well, rather than going in cold. Like if you could strategically build up armor to carry forward into encounters, and that give you a reason to kind of go farm these lesser ones, where you could build up some quick armor and then go into a boss fight. I do like that there is a play all button. So what's that? Will that prioritize things in a certain way? Like will it build combo to spinach? I don't know. I'm gonna hit play all.
To your aid.
Sweet. Okay. Oh, and you're leveling up in the middle of the fights as well, like in the middle of the waves. So I don't think we just defeated that encounter, right? So. Well, we already know more knives are good, right? So.
Yes. I say.
I like that to play all, so I could see if you had a larger deck, like where it's like
Yeah, well.
not a lot of strategery at this low level, so, especially with a lot of zero cost cards.
Stronger. Whip it. Whip it. Yes, well.
Okay. Deal 100 damage on the knife. Okay, oh yes, because it's leveling up. Both red cards, let's see, I'll get the Bible this time, why not? Okay. Again. The gem hammer unlocks the ability to add gems to cards. Oh, find gems and chests are when leveling up. And guess what? What do they give us immediately? Chest. Double damage is twice as hard. I don't know what cash out. So I could get the cash value in gold for this if I didn't want this gem. That is my assumption here. But I definitely want it, so I'm not going to cash out. And okay, cool. Well, this is interesting. I thought I picked a knife that it was going to say. Oh no, I picked the Bible last time, right? I'm gonna go with the Bible because it's the knife plus a chance to do something else that's cool. Alright. I really appreciate their design here, and I'm gonna comment on it real quickly and then we'll get going. I really like the fact that there's been minimal tutorialization. I mean, obviously it's a simple, the game is pretty much laid out before you, but yeah, let's think about that. Like, very little in the way of tutorialization, but it's doing it in the game. I'm not getting walls of text telling me about anything, and the minute they give me a new system, which is gems, they immediately give me a chest with a gem, and immediately I can intuit what I need to do with it and why it's cool. So now I'm like looking for chests, right? And there's my 2 times immediately coming back up. So I'm gonna... Sweet. So now it gets to the point like any deck builder where now I'm like, okay, I want to prioritize that Bible coming up as much as possible. So now I'm actually caring about what the cards are in my deck, and now I guess there'll probably be a pruning mechanic at some point. But I'm actually actively looking for chests. Also, I'm seeing a question mark over here, so I'm going towards that on the mini map.
To your aid. Start. Attack wicked.
Now, curiously though, I have not seen. I'm gonna start with my
Yes.
Bible. I'm probably gonna hit play all unless I see the Bible come up and I want to use it to try to end something early. All right, what is this? Okay. Yeah. Okay. More mana. So that was a little thing on the. What's interesting is I thought I was already at 3 earlier, so I wonder if that's map specific. It must be. So every time, because it's a new run, right? Okay, this map is a new run.
Farewell.
We'll scoot over here, but I want to. I'm doing all these encounters. I guess like I'm 44 of 60, right? So maybe health is something I should be like. That's the trade-off of trying to farm everything. But I'm so close to level 5 that getting that again before the next boss would be kind of cool. So
To your aid.
play all again. There we go. Perfect. Choose a reward. Well, yeah, let's go with double damage again. Let's do that again. So, I guess each card has a gem slot. I wonder if you get more gem slots as well later on. Let's see here. This knife is up to 60 damage now, so we'll do the knife. Again. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and do each of these flanking encounters.
Oh, welcome.
Misclicking here. Alright,
My strength is your shield.
I've not seen any like chicken or any way to get back health yet, which is interesting.
Attack.
I do like that you can see the waves, so you can see the skeleton in the back. That it's already in like the back wave that we're building to get through.
With welcome.
All right. So this is where Magic Wand would start to come into handy, right? So like ostensibly you could build this up to do higher damage to a single target.
To your aid. Attack.
Oh, it gave me a junk card. Interesting. Okay. Level 6. Increase your luck to get 4 choices. Okay. So now you've told me something of why I want to care about a stat system. I don't know how to increase my luck, but you've planted the seed that increasing my luck is a good thing to do. So I will now look for that. You know what? 69. That's nice. Oh, hey, no problem. Another double damage. All right. Let's go with the magic wand this time. So I have something that is more for single target in case we get in this situation. Cool. Okay, so I guess I've dug myself into another level of the dungeon, right? I am seeing a chest over here that looks like it's guarded, so we will head that way. $104, is that total level of monsters that I've killed? It has to be, right? Let's keep track of that. Yep. Alright, let's go this way here. I am starting to lose the war of attrition, though, and I'm trying to be mindful of that. Which is kind of why I'm trying to press towards whatever this is quickly. Not received any way to get health back yet.
To your aid.
I'm gonna go with with more the spinach to try to get more opportunity to get buffed during the rounds.
I say. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting messed up now. Draws a card. Well, we have to go with that because we haven't seen it yet, right? So why not? Oh, it's a gem that draws a card. It is a rare, and I like that it's flagged as a rare, so I kind of know its value. I like that. I like that animated background on it too, with the little up arrows. So it is a gem. I'm not just drawing a card. I'm getting a gem that draws a card every time I play one of these cards. That's cool. Yeah, let's go with the whip. Well, yeah, let's boost one of our whip cards, which it's kind of our signature guy. Signature card for this guy. Why not? Increase the stat amount. If it has armor. So again, are these? I guess these are all gems that do this. Normal, rare, rare. Increases amount stat. I'm gonna take it simply because we've already got to draw cards, so why not? And I'm gonna put it into another whip. Where do I get the chicken? All right, so I'm gonna go here and go this way and try to get over here to this other question mark. Okay. So what did that do? What stat did that do? Like I see the ring that gave me a +1, but I wasn't sure what that did. I was waiting for it to tell me like the stat went up by 1. Oh, oh, mash. Okay. Hey, you little. Okay. So apparently that's a thing too. Okay, increases might stat. The gem that increases it every time it comes up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm happy with the cards we have. Let's boost what we've got, right? So let's get a gem in every one of our cards if we can. Now I'm not so much worried about farming every encounter. Now I'm kind of like, you know what? Let's just get through this. Increases. Oh, okay, there it is. So it increases the stat of the card. So this increases the number of projectiles. I thought it was going to increase a character stat. So that is, we have increased projectiles and a 20% damage boost, and now we're going to do double damage of the King Bible, plus the modifiers. Adds 10% might, which increases damage, so now we have 30%. Alright.
Stronger.
Armor, 20% more damage, so now our total buff went up to 50 in the upper left-hand corner. And then we'll do 24 damage and draw a card, which we didn't need, but... Alright, I'm liking the way this is coming together. I just would really love a way to get health back. Alright, I'm going to go ahead... I don't know if there are random drops where potentially killing an enemy would give me health. I haven't seen anything like that spawn, so we're just going to go to the boss.
Yes.
Man, I am getting whooped. Okay, get our projectiles up going, right?
I say. Farewell.
Armor. I'm going to do this first because I want to also get the 10% might. That will then come into play when I do the whip. Drew the King Bible, and because that was a 0, now I'm having a damage multiplier go up to 1 because it's a 1 mana card. and it's ×2, so that's why I'm getting the 308. And I love that the cards are dynamically telling me, based on the buffs that I have, what my damage is going to be now. That's pretty sick. I really enjoy that. All right, cool. More buffs that are viable, or 4 damage and multiple damage chance. Well, I mean, the axe, right? We haven't seen one of those yet. Knockback will prevent it. Okay, so that is it's essentially knockback is a stun. That's essentially what that is. I wonder if the axe. All right, so the axe went through. I wonder if is it one chance to stun, or does each little projectile have a chance to stun? Because like if I have a ring that's giving me additional projectiles, that becomes important to know. But I'm just curious, like, does that proc once, or a chance to knock him back once, or is it like because it's multiple axes? Probably just once because it's one card, but. Well, 0, 1, 2, right? Actually, another 0. Mad Might. And then our wand card. That worked out real well. All these are normal. The armor is nice. I wonder if it's actually. I guess it can't hurt. More damage, like the best defense is the best offense. So like more damage, especially because this is just preventing a little bit. This might be multiplicative, right? If I keep stacking these, so I'm just going to keep going more damage. More damage, more better. Inserted into the card. Yeah, my axe, of course. I guess we're ready to leave. I could go back and do the other ones, but bull clearing doesn't seem to be as incentivized because new map leads to new treasures, right? I can already see where if you had a lot of 0 cards, where draw becomes a powerful gem to have.
To your aid.
See, now I'm trying to think more about the order and not just like slamming the play all. Although the play all probably does prioritize things, but I'm trying to think about it more. Oh, except I just messed it up. I didn't need it anyway, but. What is that? Am I seeing? What is that in the distance over it? Oh, that's the secret I'm going towards. That's cool that I can see that through the bushes, right? I can see the question mark little thing over there. It's a vending machine? Okay, game. Okay, game. I really, really dig what you're doing here. I love this Suntory boss in the middle of the, vending machine in the middle of the game. That's cool. So this is what I have on offer, right? And I like that there's a cash out option. If I wanted to take the gold, I could. I believe I still have a whip that doesn't have anything in it, but these are just cards. So we're going to go with more damage. We're going to stick with our more damage, more better philosophy. So here's the thing. Why would I go through all that? I don't need to go through all that, and my health is low. So I've changed my tune. Instead of farming everything, now I'm just like trying to minimize encounters to get the next boss, to get to the next secret. Like unless they're defending something like a chest, I don't know that I want to deal with them anymore. All right.
I say. Attack.
See, maybe the spinach would have been better. I got the damage multiplier, but it didn't. It went away, right? It was only for that one round. So I should have foregone that, done the spinach, and then done the attack.
Welcome.
New enemies. It does not tell me. I do like that in Vampire Survivors, like as you were surviving longer and longer and longer, you were getting new enemies that are spawning. So this is telling me that these plants are an upgrade like a harder boss or harder minions rather than the monsters like the skeletons I faced before. And I'm guessing that they are signposting that if I defeat this mantis up ahead, that they will now become the default monster that I will fight on the next level. That's my guess. Armor, the whip, and then we go whip into spinach, and then the King Bible. So the knockback is it's per mob, which is cool. Yeah.
To your aid.
4 armor I get. What is Crawler? Okay, so he's out. Is he considered in play where I'm dealing 10% more damage now? Maybe that's the thing.
Start.
I get the might bonus.
Aha. Wicked.
Whip.
Yes. You're welcome.
Sure, we'll go with the might. Well, 0, 1, 2, right? So. There, those things. Sorry. Okay. Oh, man! This guy hurts a whole lot. So maybe there is something to be said for more armor cards. But I'm surprised, like I said, I didn't find any chicken anywhere. This is probably my last round. Because I have no indication of how much health this guy has. I like to draw a card. We're going to go 10% might. See if I play another. Okay, yeah, we're doing this. We're doing 10%. Then we're doing the whip to get a card. Then we're going to do the spinach. 120. I lost the combo on the Bible. Like, it went, there would have been something there, but I just wanted to. I wanted to spin. I wanted to see what the draw card was going to be first before I made that decision. Wow. Okay. That was fortunate. 6 health. What's that guy got to do to get a chicken around here? Area increases area stat or hits twice as hard. Area stat. Well, okay, you're not telling me what the area stat is. I can infer what the area stat is, but right now we seem to be hitting everything in a row. So does area stat mean I'm going to hit stuff on 2 rows back? I don't know, and I wish you would tell me so I can make a decision about that. But for right now, since I've seen double damage, we're going to go with area. Okay, so it's on this card. I'm going to put it on this other King Bible. I don't know what that means. 10%. What does 10% area mean? I don't know. Okay, so this is just where we die. We've lived long enough. Death is done. We've completed the stage. All right, cool. We'll get to the end. All right, cool. And our after action report here. How long we survived. Levels we reached. Crawler actions triggered. I do like that we can see our humble whip did the most damage overall. Then the average damage that definitely went to the axe and the Bible. Okay, makes sense. And our upgrades. Yeah, I mean, it's Vampire Survivors if you're familiar with that. If you're not, highly recommend playing that too. This is very fun, but I might be preferring this game. Cool. That is 1 level done. What else do we have here? Okay, new unlocks. Empty Tome, collect 2 mana orbs. Oh, I reached level 10. Oh, these are achievements that we got, right? So, okay. All Heart, Duplicator. So these are new goals that they're giving us. So that's cool. So we are getting some new goals already. Crawler selection unlocked. So now we can select which crawler we want to use. We have shops, power-up shops. We can get and collect 250 coins for that. Inlaid Library, reach 10 in the Mad Forest. I did that. Gemhammer, find the Gemhammer relic. We did that. Cool. I like that it's, again, very, very simple. It's telling me, like, what did you accomplish, and what's the next, thing that you have to look forward to, like the next incremental goal. And it's putting me right at the shop that we unlocked, putting me directly there, so that I could probably find a reason why I would want to spend the 801 gold that I have. Sweet. And so far we've been told that luck is something we want to keep an eye out for. Area deals splash damage. Okay, so now, okay, the splash damage 10% per rank, but what does that mean? Does that mean to enemies next to each other in a line in the same row, or does that mean the back row behind them? Because if it's the row behind people that we can't even access yet, I'm very interested in area. If it's 10% additional 10% of damage, you might do something to like the left or right of a mob in the same row. That's good, but I'm less interested. I wish that was a little more clear what that 10% is getting me. More armor. Adds 2 armor per rank. So right now I have 0. So every I would have just my baseline armor would become 2. Duration crawlers stay by so that number, I guess when they left, when we get a crawler, quote unquote, like Antonio on the board, they're only out for maybe a certain number of rounds or a certain number of, I don't know if it was timed or just a certain number of card plays. Cool. More XP per rank. Luck, which we're told is pretty important. Max health, deal damage. I mean, might is pretty easy. Real choices or heal. I mean, yeah, I want to heal. We have no heal right now, right? Like, this gives me something. Something is better than nothing. So we're going to go with 1% recovery. Real choices. Cool. So we're down to 101 gold. We can no longer spend anything else, but at least now we have some baseline recovery here built in. Cool. Again, I wish it was a little more specific on like what area meant, but I get it. Okay, so we did unlock her. That's 12 XP when she's played. It's 5 XP growth when a yellow card is played. Well, so far we've been about red cards, right? Doing straight up damage. And adds 1 amount. What does 1 amount mean? Does it just mean, I guess quantity or whatever the card is, right? So if it's amount of stuff that the card does, it'll add 1 more. So 1 more knife to the screen or 1 more axe to the screen is how I'm interpreting that. I can buy her for 10. I can buy him for 500. Okay. Well, sure. I'll try her. We'll try 1 more run with Imelda here and swap her in.
Admirable choice.
So she's more magic. Oh, okay. So it tells you the baseline. So he
Time for adventure.
is more whip, armor, and the spinach power-ups too. Like that's his base deck, and she comes in
Magic is
here
not to be feared.
with magic wands and I don't know what the little ball is, an armor and a little ball. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try her. I'm a little nervous because we've been trying to like focus on AOE clearing, and what the whip has done a great job of. And now we're going more towards single targets. So I'm curious how she's going to stack up, but she's also comes with an XP boost, kind of baked in, right, with what she's doing. So that's cool. Cool. All right. Yeah. I'll just look at this one more time. So yeah, we have tracked our unlocks. I like that you can hide completed. So it's already like exactly what am I working on, what I need to do. Reach level 15. Reach level 20 with her in the library. Okay, so that tells me I need to be looking at whatever the library stage is. Perfect. You describe cursed is endless library may give us insight or damnation. A mask of stone whispers endlessly within. A mask of stone whispers endlessly within. All right, cool. Well, that's where we're headed. All right. So there's looking like a little ball up here. I don't know what that is. We're going to find out. Oh, a track door. Draw 1 card. Okay, that's what it does. All right, cool. Magic wand. Draw a card. Yeah, we did bring her out with the XP boost. And now we want some AoE. So yeah, King Bible. Absolutely. So I'm going to pay attention. So it's at 5 plays. Let me see what that does. So damages, prioritize attackers. Yeah. And then so it wasn't per card play. So what is that 5 signify? Golden armor. Well, she gets something right per yellow card. So we want to prioritize that. So I'm going to go with duplicator. Okay. So that was a spinach boost that is in play now. Back to the chest. Choose a gem. I'm gonna go with the might stat. Okay. Maybe this is where area comes into play because she does so much single target with a wand that the area might splash. I'm gonna do this and see if I put this on a wand card. Maybe this is stupid, but like the game's not telling me what to do with that, and that really bothers me. So I'm gonna put it on a wand card to see and kind of science this and see if this wand card does any damage to anybody next to it. Next time we fire it off. And why not? We got a chance to do it right here. So let's see if we can do it. Duplicator. Okay, so duplicator is going to be huge because that should give me 2 wands, right? And she went down to a 4, so this must be like a number of encounters she'll be around. That's my guess. Okay, this magic wand, see, it looks like it's doing, so it's telling me who's going to hit, but it's not, the numbers are the same no matter who I air over. This one has 2% area, I can see that in the upper left, but if you look at the numbers, it's like, okay, these both are going to do 36 and 30 damage respectively. So again, I don't know what area does. And now we're down to 3. Let's hit them all first, and then magic wand.
Smart. Made you look. Okay, I helped.
I didn't have any attacks at all there. That could be dangerous. Like I just got a lot of power-ups and did nothing. So again, I still have 10% area, or at least I did for that encounter. So is that telling me that it was maybe building up as it was continuing, and then when I fired off an area ability, it was doing more damage? Because it was, again, I come from like Path of Exile too, right? Where it's like, oh, if it's a attack card or a minion ability or something, I'm using card, but like if it says like attack or minion or spell, it gives area a keyword that when I get a 10% boost, it will then boost anything that is a area ability and not necessarily any ability. I don't know. That's cool to add mana, but mana has not been a problem yet. So I'm going to go with the duplicator. Okay. Well, that answers that. So I could just cash out, right? Why not? I'll cash out. I had not used that option before, but now I have an incentive to do that. It says come back, but there's no way to come back during that, so I guess that would give you an incentive to like farm some other encounters if you needed to. Now we're going to use the magic. So, okay, deals 50 damage. Here we go. So we know King Bible does things in an area, so that's 10. What if I do this first? So it's doing 100 because of the combo, and kept the 10% area buff. Maybe that's all it is. Man, I might just be overthinking it. Maybe it just now means that anything that's an area ability is going to do 10% more damage. I don't know. If we had another Bible and it was showing the damage is 11 instead of 10, then that would make sense.
Our power grows.
So I need some more attack cards, apparently, right?
I say, perfection. Yes.
Okay, so that must be a hand. So it's not just encounters, because she's down to 2 now. So when I played a complete hand, maybe that's what it is. So now I've got some buffs here that are going to be sending out a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and my area ability went up to 20%. All right, cool. Yeah, let's go. I ran out of gem slots, and I'm starting to see times where I'm like waiting for attack cards to come up. So even though I really want the might, like that seems cool, I'm gonna go with the humble magic wand because I just need more stuff to fire off.
Smart. It is done.
Buff up the duplicators as much as I can, and then we do. Okay, so yeah. So I wish it was telling me. So it's telling me on screen. I can see there are 3 targets picked, but there's nothing here that's saying like, hey, you played 2 duplicators, like your number of projectiles has now gone up. Like, I guess that's the ring, right? So you just got to know that the ring equates to projectiles in the upper left, and know that I'm like now I'm going to fire off 2. So does that mean every time a magic wand card comes up, I'm firing off 2? Let's see so if I get a new deck, magic wand is still at 2. So yeah, that's hitting. So yes, that's exactly what that means. So we want duplicators are amazing then, right? Because now we've turned a single target card effectively into an AOE card, right? Well, maybe not AOE, but multiple projectile card. Okay, sweet. I actually like multiple projectile because it's not just about picking different targets. It just shot 4 projectiles at that guy, which is awesome.
Your aid.
Yeah, give me the XP, girl. So now, but see, this is where keywords come in. King Bible, I know, does the AoE, right? So it should benefit technically from the candelabra thing, the 20%. But it sends out multiple. Is it considered a projectile card? Like, is it going to send 4 more Bibles out? The knife is a projectile. The whip comes across the screen and hits everybody, but the whip is not a projectile, right? So again, this is me thinking like in Path of Exile terms, and maybe that brain rot is something I should be thinking about, but like, I wish that was clear, because right now I have a selection, and I was like, my gut instinct is to go with the knife. The knife comes across the entire screen, but I would consider each knife to be a projectile, right? So I'm curious.
Yes.
Alright, gain 3 max health and destroy. Oh, it destroys the card. Interesting. You know what? That seems to be the issue. Is keeping the health up on the later game, so I'm actually going to take that. Yeah, more might, no better. And I think I might have sold myself on these magic wands now. Now, especially because I have so many of those additional projectile cards in the deck, that seems like I was worried before about them being able to clear. Then again, these have knockback. You know what? I think I taught myself in the King Bible because I have enough of them. I have a pretty good magic wands, but a one mana card is good because it gives me a chance to do a combo stack, and the chance for a knockback I think is still worth using because that gets them to skip an entire turn, and that's huge. Cool. Well, I think that I'm gonna call it at this point because we've almost going for an hour, and I really like what this game is doing. I really like what this game is doing. And I'm just gonna like sit here and try to summarize my thoughts really quickly on this. So when I look at games, I kind of try to approach them and ask myself some questions about them. What is the game about? And then mechanically, how is the game about that? And then what are the characters and players rewarded for doing? And then that to me kind of tells me is if that's obvious, and even in a demo, right? We've been playing a couple of missions of this. We've been playing for less than an hour, um, but the game makes it very, very, very clear immediately, and that's what I loved about the original Vampire Survivors as well. This game tells you exactly what it is the minute you log in. I didn't have to go to the Steam page and read about it. I just wanted to because sometimes there's some inconsistencies between the language that a game will tell they'll say like this is what we're about, but then you get in and when you're playing the game I'm like wondering like, okay, when does it become about that thing? Because I've been playing for 15 hours and I have yet to fulfill the promised fantasy of what you told me your game is. With Vampire Crawlers, it was within 30 seconds. You get in, you're getting that dopamine hit immediately. The goals are outlined very, very clearly in terms of how to progress and why you want to do the things that you're doing, and they're signposted very, very clearly. So when it comes to what is the game about and then mechanically how is it about that, they back each other up like extremely obviously, and very, very like the gameplay mirrors that very well, and you're incentivized um, to keep going, and the how you get your rewards is very, very clear as well too. Kill stuff, find secrets, look for chests, obtain gold, go to the store, buy upgrades, manage your deck. I didn't see a way to like prune a deck yet, but maybe that doesn't become a problem until maybe that's a nice problem to have, right? Maybe if your run goes long enough that you need to start concerning yourself with pruning your deck, that you're having a really good problem. We got one junk card from one boss, but that only seemed to last that encounter. It didn't like corrupt our deck or like had to be something I had to like think about how to get rid of after that one encounter, which I like that too. Like maybe there isn't a way that I have to worry about that. Maybe that's a problem that we wouldn't have for some time, if at all. But I really, really like this game. It's really, really cool. I can see myself playing a lot more of this. Again, it's on Steam now. If you want to go and check it out as part of the Steam Fest. Let's see, as I still have that up here real quick. Yeah, Steam Next Fest. Try the demo now. Completely free to download, completely free to try through March the 2nd. I can definitely see myself. In fact, I'm going to wish list this right now because I will be playing this when it comes out on release. Especially because I have a feeling it's going to end up being very, very easy to get Steam Deck compatibility with this. So, and this seems like a game that would be fun slash dangerous to do um, with the Steam Deck at some point when you got the ample time to kind of play it on the go or just chill out in bed and play it too. Really, really impressed with what I've seen so far. Really, really enjoy the game. Hopefully, this answers some questions for you if you're interested or not in the game. It kind of maybe answered if this is something you'd be interested in. Thank you so much for joining me, and enjoy Steam Next Fest, and we'll see you next time.